Does the sky look the same now as it did when you were a kid? Yes or no? Hands up if no. Look at that, everybody on the live stream. The fact is, people know, we know what they've been doing to us, and now they know we know. And it's because of events like this that I think will help us turn the corner. And I want to say thank you, first of all, it took an American to bring us all together, people. Thank you, Matt Landman. And honestly, I don't care who it takes to bring us together. Let it just bring us together, because we need to do this. This kind of reminds me when we all got together during C-19 and we said applause, and we got in the middle of Trafalgar Square and various other places without masks. And then we showed, and sometimes when you're ahead of the curve, you have to be prepared to be treated as if there's something wrong with you, right? As if you've had a fracture in your body. And as anybody will tell you, online, one of the worst subjects that you can actually talk about with any conviction is to do with geoengineering, because they have their 77 out there. There are endless trolls when it comes to geoengineering. They don't want to admit it until now. And that's why I say I abhor the gaslighting that they've subjected us to. This whole idea that they would suddenly come out and say, we're potentially considering dimming the sun. We know, you feckers, you've been doing it for decades. There are some brilliant signs here. We're not lab rats over there. Woo! Dim the sun, absolutely. I haven't glossed over this one. I can't see that one. No, I still can't see. I am melting. But it doesn't matter, because I want to see our sun. I don't want them to block our sun. And when you look at the people who are in charge of what is going on in our country in terms of the whole net zero agenda, we are in the capital city. A capital city where the mayor is Sadiq Khan, the co-chair of C40 Cities. And the job of C40 Cities is to convince us that we are really in a climate crisis. And we are not in a climate crisis. And actually, the only thing I'm surprised about today is there's no cops anywhere, which is kind of odd. Maybe they think they're going to catch something from us. But the point is, we're here, and that's what's important. And bit by bit, mainstream media are being forced to talk about the thing that we've known has been happening for decades. And I think it was Francis who referred to the Lynmouth tragedy. Well, the Lynmouth tragedy happened on August the 15th and August the 16th in the 1950s, and they couldn't hide it. And obviously, as Francis said, 30 plus people died. And all that's happened is they've become a bit more sophisticated about it. But the reality is our skies are different. We know it, and I mean, there's also the sicknesses that we hear about, of course, as well. The mercury that is being registered in people's brains, the fact that we have issues with Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is one of the biggest killers in our country, and they're not addressing what could potentially be behind it. And that is what we're dealing with today. So I just want to thank you all for being here. I told you it's going to be brief. I'm not a big talker. But I think it's absolutely wonderful to see you all, and all these wonderful people here with their signs. Can we give them a round of applause as well?
Yes.
You know what I love about gatherings like this is we create our own vibration, right? And it's true, you know it's true, when we all come together in an area like this, and this is not just, this is not some village hall or something. This is literally gathered together in the middle of central London. That's a phenomenal thing to do. That takes guts. That takes some guts, and that takes some courage, and I'm quite everyone here today. If you weren't able to be here today, that's fine as well. But please support anybody that you can who wants to talk about geoengineering, because when history is written, people who are prepared to put their head above the parapet, people that we will quite rightly see as the heroes, and the David Miliband's and the Sadiq Khans, whose job is just to fleece us while telling us that everything is all right, will be seen in an entirely different light. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me.
Yes. For many people, waking up to chemtrails is a process. First, you are baffled that you did not already know about it. Then, you're angry and maybe even depressed. Then, you inevitably want to do something about it. You want to direct your energy to action. The powers that be want you to believe that your voice does not matter. But this couldn't be further from the truth. And by being here today, we show the world that we are not only waking up, but we are finally ready to take a stand and raise the consciousness on this issue. But still, for many, the control of the mind must be dismantled. The mainstream media mind controllers attempt to confuse us by saying chemtrails are a crazy conspiracy theory, but geoengineering is a viable solution to climate change. However, this gaslighting is a blatant lie. Geoengineering and chemtrails are the exact same thing. Other terms such as solar radiation management, stratospheric aerosol injections are used to muddy the waters and further confuse us. And as we know, a confused mind never takes action. But no matter what name you give it, the chemtrails, the stratospheric aerosol injections, it's all a crime against all life on Earth, and we're here to stop it. By spraying the skies with heavy metals, such as aluminum and barium, they control the weather and engineer climate chaos, causing the exact same problems they claim to be attempting to solve with geoengineering. But the spraying of our skies is actually waking up the sleeping populace, which you won't hear on the TV. And you hardly hear it on social media because we're in an echo chamber and we're censored. But it's true. Just look around you. We the people are waking up. I'm reminded of the famous quote, "The revolution will not be televised." Whereas in fact, we are all witnessing a rising consciousness where also the collective evolution of mankind will also not be televised, but it's happening. Yep. The media will continue to try to convince us that the world is fast asleep and that we are hopeless. Though in reality, people of all walks of life are waking up to the chemtrails and to the weather engineering. I truly believe the lockdowns opened and people are now more than ever talking and asking questions, and the collective frequency of mankind is rising. So the powers that be are beginning to worry even more about us and our potential for unity and the reclaiming of our sovereignty. And that is why they are scrambling to push us into net zero 15-minute cities under the guise of being green. This agenda is not about being green, it's about one thing: control.